Welcome to Left Hand Luck Sport. I'm the EJM3, and today for video 14, we are taking a step back away from the desk, and I'm going to show you how I shoot and edit a video, and all the equipment I use to do it. So if you're looking into getting into YouTube and you don't know what to buy, I will cover that in this video as well. So first off, equipment. So this is my hobby desk. I think we should start there. This has pretty much every hobby that I do besides woodworking and metalworking on it. So we got all electronic components, oscilloscope, power supply, and soldering iron, as well as some calligraphy stuff. But most importantly, I have all of my equipment to pick locks, pinning mat, lock picks, vise, and my lock collection sitting on the floor right next to it. So what equipment do you need to buy to make a very good video? Well, we'll tackle this in 3 stages: lighting, audio, and video. And that is the most important component in that order. So lighting is first. If you can't see anything you're doing, then you're not going to have a good video. So I have above this desk a massive 4-foot long 4-bulb fluorescent light fixture with bulbs that are meant for bathrooms and closets. They give off about a billion lumens. This thing is bright as all hell. And at a temperature around 5K, which is similar to sunlight, which is what cameras like to see. And that gives us plenty of light on our work surface to deal with. So besides that, we got audio. So this is an Audio-Technica 3035. It's a large diaphragm condenser microphone. I have the low roll-off on, so it doesn't pick up any of the very low frequencies. And right before it, that circle thing, is a pop filter. So any high-velocity puffs of air that comes towards the microphones will be diverted around it, so you don't get annoying pops when I'm speaking. So after that, it goes over here to a 7-circle audio preamp. These are awesome preamps that you sort of have to solder yourself, but you can get an amazing multi-$100 preamp sound for very little if you pick up a soldering iron and learn how to solder. This was my first project I did 7 years ago, and it's still working a treat today. I'm using that second one in. It's called the C84 because the original design was done by Graham John Cohen in 1984, hence C84. And what that does is bring up the audio levels from my microphone to a proper recording level, so then we can capture it. So after that, we got to bring it into the computer, and what I do for that is this Focusrite Sapphire Pro 40. Now this is way overkill for YouTube videos, but I like to record music as well. I have a lot of musician friends that come over, and I love to capture them as well as myself. I play a lot of instruments and make some music using this thing. So we are going into channel 3 right there. This is basically a massive sound card, which takes in 8 inputs and can output 16 channels, and convert the analog signal to digital, which then goes into my computer. We'll get more into this when I get my screen capture going, but this is Reaper, a digital audio workstation, or DAW. And I used to record on this, but now I'm just using it as like a real-time digital signal processor. So I'm monitoring it live with that green button there. It's going through my suite of audio processing tools and then back out that master channel there, which comes out of my second headphone jack to the right there, and then all the way back to my camera over here. So let me just turn this camera on. There we go. So this is a Canon 70D. It is a massively expensive camera, which I got for free. It's actually on permanent loan, so it could go away at any moment. but it is unbelievably good, except for the focusing I struggle with oftentimes. So this is what it looks like. We got that white box right there. You see the audio coming in on the bottom left, and as long as I keep what I'm trying to focus on inside of that white box, then I am generally good. So I use the program setting there, that P, to record, and that gives me the ability to choose my audio input and basically everything else. Oh, and the temperature setting. So that Kelvin 5000 right there, that K5000, matches the lights above. So obviously I'm not using those things to shoot what you're watching now, and I'm using a Sony point and shoot. It's about $2,020 as of today, which is around St. Patty's Day 2017. And I'm also using this handy recorder H4n, which is a fully capable audio capturing device, and the Sony is a fully capable video capturing device. And basically what I'm holding in my two hands right now is all you need to shoot really, really good video. I just happen to collect a lot of this stuff through other hobbies as I go. So one last thing about this room, you'll see all of these black panels all around. These are DIY audio dampening. So basically they are wooden frames around a product called Roxol Safe and Sound, which is thick insulation. So it turns all of the kinetic energy from sound waves into heat by rubbing the fibers together. So this is a very dead room. It sounds more like a vocal booth than just a standard room. And if you've ever heard someone talk on a speakerphone, you can hear how annoying reverb in a room is. And besides that, here's a blowout of my workstation. And so what we're going to do now is shoot the Lockpicking Advent Calendar Day 21. I'm going to just sit you right up over here. I'm going to film it, and then I will pick it up on the computer. So sit tight, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I have just completed recording. My camera says that I've gone over the 4 gigabyte limit. I film in an uncompressed way, so it compresses every frame individually instead of grouping frames together. It makes for very large sizes, and then we can bring it into iMovie, which is the editor that I use, and edit it to our content, and then it compresses down from there. So it says we went over that, which means I went too long, but that's typical. It just broke it out into 2 files. So all I need to do now is turn this off, take the card out here, put it into the iBook over here, and we'll pick it up when I get into Reaper. Okay, so we're back. We are in Reaper, and I'm just going to pull in the audio file that I recorded on that H4n earlier. Now, this is something that you will have to do if you don't have a setup like mine, and you want to record your audio and video separately. So before we bring it in and link the two in iTunes, we can go ahead and make sure that this is the best quality audio that we can get. So for this, I'm going to be using the thing I briefly showed you before, and this is my setup here. So I go through the de-esser, and as I'm speaking now, you can see that the audio levels are bumping up. You are listening to me speak, and this is what it looks like in audio. So when I'm speaking, I have a lot of S's, and this de-esser takes out a lot of the harshness from those S's. And then we go into ozone, where I do equalization. So I take out more of the lows here, which subdue my droniness. And up here is to help out my lisp, although I don't have one. It sort of sounds like it when I'm on video. So this mitigates that just slightly. Then we go to dynamics, which does everything from the gate, compression, and limiting. So if you don't know what that means, when I stop speaking, you'll see this red arrow or these red bars go down all the way. That essentially mutes my microphone. It makes editing between clips, as long as I'm not speaking in each, you won't hear any sort of crack or any audio pop because there is no audio signal coming through. And then we get to the compression, which I have a couple different points here. So the louder I get, the more compressed my voice becomes. So when I speak very loudly, it gets all the way up here into the limiter, which compresses my the volume of the audio channel more than it would otherwise. So it's like having a very fast person on a volume knob that turns down the volume as soon as it gets loud. So we can have the constant volume as high as can be. I'm way oversimplifying this. This is about a master course in audio production just in these settings. And you'll hear a whole bunch of crap audio come through as soon as you learn about this, because no one really knows how to set this up right. And I probably have it wrong as well, but it's working out so far. So then after that, we go into the maximizer, which I like to set this threshold right here so you can see these blips every so often. So when I become really loud, then it hits it one more time, check, and lowers that just once more. So I know that once I set my threshold, check, 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 check. So everything is just a little bit touching it every single time. Then I know that it will be right about this mark, this negative 4.5 mark, throughout the entire video. So you're not going to get very low audio and then very high audio. For you, the watcher, it will always be at around this negative 4.5. If I go any higher, I'm going to blow out your speakers at home compared to other YouTubers. And in fact, it might be a little bit too high now. So going on from there, we just want to set this audio that I recorded at the beginning of this video. Welcome to Left Hand Lock Sport. I'm the EJM3, and today for video 14, we are taking a step back away from the desk, and I'm going to show you everything I use and how I edit and shoot my lockpicking videos. So there you go. Everything is right where it should be over here, and back in the maximizer. Welcome to Left Hand Lock Sport. I'm the EJM3, and today for video 14, we are taking a step back away from the desk, and I'm going to show you everything I use and how I edit and shoot my lockpicking videos. So there you go. That's all there is to this. It takes a little while to get this profile just right for your voice. Don't just use this because this is for my stupid sounding voice. You want to play around with it until you get what you want for your voice. So from here, I render it out and then bring it into iTunes. iMovie. I'll be right back. Okay, so now we are in iMovie, and we have the video all ready to go. Now we just have to sync up the audio. So I'm just going to drag our file that we just processed before, and you can see these little blips on what's called transients that I'd like to match up. So if we are off, it'll sound a little something like this. And we just want to line it right up so both the audio and the video sound like this. So then we can go ahead and mute the top. Now, do you hear the difference? So this is just the microphone that is on the camera. So in the background, you hear a constant, it's like white noise. So if we bring up what we just did with that gate in there, very silent. So this is what we want. So basically what I'm doing here, this is the part of the video that you didn't see when we edit through, but I always put the microphone I shoot the microphone with me snapping. So at this moment here, that is when I'm making the sound. So I just have to make sure that the transient lines up with that click every time. And because we're recording 2 different audio sources, we have a visual feedback, so we don't need to do anything other than that. So that is what you would need to do if you have video and audio that is separate and just need to combine them. And now, as long as you make a cut to both the top and the bottom at the same time, like that, then we can delete the top part and the audio will be deleted too. Now you just have to marry these two and just edit that way, which I found to be a little bit of a nuisance. So when we're doing it on my video, because I recorded the audio directly on the camera, this audio feed is actually the one that we did through the microphone. So we don't need to do this aspect of lining everything up. So let's get to editing the video that we shot during the filming of the video you're watching now. This is getting very Inception-like. All right, so I'll get that all ready to go and be right back. All right, so we have started a new session here. What I do is bring in my intro and outro first. So I made both of these in Panzoid. It's an online software for like intros to videos and stuff. Very cool. I just grabbed something I liked. I didn't program my own. A little bit lazy, but I like lockpicking and I like releasing videos, and this is one of those tasks that I would gladly give to somebody else. Now, this at the back here, this is just a still, also from Panzoid. It's called Backgrounder 3. So I just brought the still in a separate iMovie session. I grabbed the music from the intro and looped it, and ended it at the very end here with a boom. And this length right here perfectly matches up YouTube's end screen. So I can just bring in my 3 things and I don't need to move it around. And as soon as the drop hits, right there is exactly 20 seconds from the end of the video. So all I need to do is pop in those my subscribe and the 2 videos or the video on the playlist that I want to link to, and it will automatically pop up for me right there, which is great. I don't need to do anything. I just bring it in and I hit go. So this entire thing is all about efficiency. I want to film, pick, and edit as quick as possible and get it out there so I can move on to the next thing. Okay, so we have the intro, the outro, and now we just got to bring in the video. So remember that we had to film in 2 separate videos because I went a little long. So we have that first one here, and I'm just going to bring in the second short one here. And remember, our audio is good. So I bring in a transition. It's this first one at the standard settings. And this is what we got. So then now we just got to find out where I actually start talking. Normally I take a few different takes. So this is my first one. Welcome to Left-Handed Lock. This is my second one. Welcome to Left-Handed. This is my third one. Welcome to Left-Handed. And I think I only took 3 this time, so that's good. Just looking here to see if there's any gaps. I normally take all my cues from the audio. So it looks like this one's good. So what I'm going to do is just make a cut right here, split, and delete. And then I'm going to bring in my title. So for the title that I've been using for this is just this pop-up one. And then I change this to green so it pops on the screen, and I also make it just as big as I need it, and I think it's 195. So once we go here, we can see that working. JM3, and this is the lockpick. All right, so just moving this to, and this is the lockpicking. I think that's good. And this is the Lockpicking Advent Calendar, day 21. All right, so the animation at the end came a little bit too quick, so I'm going to prolong it. Day 21. There we go. And at this time, I take my snapshot of this, which is what you use on YouTube as sort of like the screen everyone sees. So I normally like to do it right about here when it's really big and fat. And then on a Mac, Control-Shift-4. Let's get this out of here. Control-Shift-4 gives you like this little crosshair thing, and you can just take a picture of that, and it'll pop up on my desktop right over here. So I will save that until we're uploading to YouTube. And then from there, I do a lot of talking. Let's get that audio back in. A lot of talking, and a lot of picking. Looking for the open. And there we go. There's our open there. I'll say something like, I'm going to gut this thing. Be right back. And this is where I make a cut. I go to the end of this whole thing. I make another cut when I get back. Let's get the zoom in as part of it. So I split that, and then we can go up here to this little time thing. And I like to make my videos short and quick. If this was a challenge lock, I would talk my way through it, but it's not that important that I don't think people will raise their hand and say, no, you cheated with doing the fast forward. So the most important thing is that the plug and the lock body stay in the shot during the whole time. And that's because us lock pickers are very curious about what we're doing. So it would not be hard if this lock body goes off camera and then comes back in as a completely different body. So you want to keep, when you're shooting an open, you want to keep everything that you picked in frame the entire time in one continuous shot. So this is what it looks like with fast forward. Right back. All right, so you can see, there you go, perfect. So then we got the thing. Arrow. I might just speed that part up a little bit more quickly. Again, I like things quick and fast. Disk is almost full. So I like my edits really quick and fast. So when you're watching this, then it is pleasant for you to see exactly what you want to see rather than just me blabbering on and a lot of dead air. So let's look at this one. We're at 8x. I think we can go to 20. So in number, maybe too fast. So let's go 8x. So in number 1, we have our spool. And then this is me just breaking it apart. And right here, when I pull out my phone, I wait until my hand is off the screen, and then I will make a cut here. Of course, I wasn't prepared to bring out my phone, but, you know, that shit happens. So I focus the camera here. Let me just focus this a little bit, which we don't need to know about. And all right, so okay, so perfect. This made the split in the two videos right as I was going to make the split, so we can fast forward this part as well. All right, so, and let's bring that down to 8. All right, and mute that audio. It's still not liking it. So right here, I'm going to make another cut, and because my hands are off the screen here and off the screen back here, you can't tell that that is a cut. So that's good. And then, all right, so here we go. We got our, now we're just talking about the video itself. And, well, not the video, the program. And now we're getting to the end where I say peace. So this is the last part of what I need to do. I go back to the transitions and hit another 1 second in there. Peace. And just time it up just right. Peace. Peace. And I'm thinking that's it. So all we have to do now is save it and upload it to YouTube. The most important thing is to try to get the tags right. So when people are trying to look for this information that you're providing, then they can actually find it and watch it and grow and evolve as a lockpicker. So I hope you like this video. I hope it's informational for you. So the only thing that I hadn't really told you is the Sony that I was actually shooting on, and that's because it was in my hand at the time and I couldn't look at it. So that the model number is the DSC-WX350. It's about $300 or $230. The H4N I got a while ago for I think a couple hundred. You can probably find that thing pretty easily on eBay used, or get the H1N. The H4N gives you 2 extra inputs for microphones. So if you want to up your mic, then you could do the H4N. But as you saw from this video, the beginning of this video, the audio quality is fine with those mics. So you can get the H4N. And then those two things plus Reaper. So Reaper's about $50, I think. That is all you need, and then free video editing software. Or, you can spend money on that as well. If you have a Mac, this is the free version of iMovie. So I think all in, getting very good professional stuff out as far as audio and video capture and editing, I think you're about $300 to $400 to make these really professional looking videos. And then, of course, you need to think about lighting. And if you want to dampen the sound around your desk, Roxall Safe and Sound. Of course, you can build this up over time. I started off with with just a regular iPhone. And so I'm going to put up links to everything in the description. I hope you like this stuff. And if you did, hit like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. And until next time, peace.